Okay, here you also have the crit here. You have the crit here. You should be walking up on them. You should be walking up on them. I mean, yes, he has his E, so he can just use E here. But what I would do is I would be like, hey, I have my crit. I'm gonna try to actually go into his range of the E, back off immediately so I can bait it out. And I have enough time to actually use the crit on him. Because you see, this minion wasn't gonna die in the next 2 seconds. Wasn't gonna die in the next 3 seconds. Okay, it was gonna die in the next 4 seconds. Yeah, but 4 seconds, you have 4 seconds to walk into his range, bait out his E, back off of course, immediately, and then you can use your crit on him after. So you don't need to invest this crit on the minion, because this is the point on Caitlyn. You wanna look to poke them.
Right.
Okay. So what should we look at this in this game? What do you think is
what I should be doing, right? Because I got, you'll see, I got constantly dove. I was dove by Echo, teleported in by Nasus. So through this, what should I be doing in my? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's do a speed VOD review on maybe hopefully the whole game here. So let's see. So Caitlyn Morgana, we expect here against Miss Furton. I mean, Caitlyn is slightly better than Miss Furton early on, but MF is also really strong, so you gotta be careful of his Q bounce on the minions. But fundamentally, Caitlyn Morgana is stronger than Miss Furton Swain. Swain has TP, so no ignite means less pressure. Your job as Caitlyn here is to push the wave, poke them, and not get Swain E'd and not get bounced by the Miss Furton. Of course, not dying of the ganks is also important. They have only Graves, so unless you're hinting, you should not get, should not die of these ganks. You took heal, which Ghost is always better, just early on. Later on, if you know how to play it really, really well with Kate, since you are in this rank, you can say that heal can help you to survive. That's fine. I wouldn't say it's the end of the world. I'd say exhaust and cleanse are worse than heal, so it's the second best option after Ghost, I think. Okay, you put the ward, you try to cover, you go Doran's Blade first because you play against a kind of all-in lane. I would never get longsword on Caitlyn because she's very squishy. And then right here you actually try to Q, try to kite quite well. We could argue that, you didn't get 2 kills, you should try to steal both of the kills so you can carry. But this is just a subtle thing that maybe in Challenger it will work, like it will make the difference, but in this case it won't. I hope you're not gonna Q the blue buff, which you don't. You come in the lane, let's see what you're gonna do. Step number 1 is you need to push the wave. Okay, I see. Already a mistake. So you go.
So where I'm at with this, right, is so I noticed that Swain is in this bush.
Right here?
Right.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Because I saw him walk there when he showed on the minion.
Good.
So I'm trying to position where I'm not going to get E'd into Misfortune's Q.
That's good. So, I mean, right now, you actually try to get push, try to hit the minions. You do have the crit now. You do have the crit. So you shouldn't really hit this minion right here. Because you have the crit, so you want to actually punish them. But again, if Swain is here, you gotta make sure you're out of the range of the Swain. So this is the range of the Swain, okay? So what you want to wait is that if the Miss Furton goes right here, you can actually auto-attack her and then immediately back off right here, so you make sure you don't get eaten by Swain. So I wouldn't actually auto-attack the minion. As you can see, the minion is 100 HP. You don't need to auto-attack now, even though it feels like you have the damage because you have the crit. I would actually keep my crit. It's exactly like on Jhin. If I'm Jhin, I wouldn't waste my force right here. I would actually wait like a second or two. Maybe MF is stupid and she walks up here. I use it on her and then I Q the minions on Jhin. And maybe I can Q the minions as Jhin or as Caitlyn, the minions and the Miss Furton. So that's gonna be even double win. So a bit fast on the crit here. But again, at least you actually you thought about the Swain. You try to Q them. Sure, you need to get prio before anything else. Nice dodge. Okay.
I should auto attack them then. Yeah.
Yeah, because your range is a lot better than theirs. So for example, right here, especially after they woke up, they miss it. Like now, you should actually auto attack on him. You don't care about the minion here. Like this auto attack is bad. Then you try to elicit that one. You have Q in 2 seconds, so I want you to use the Q on the minions and them at the same time. So you 1 push the wave, but 2 pressure them as well. Let's see how you Q here. Okay, you're not using it. Oh. You're only using it on the wave. So that would give you a 7 out of 10 at gold 4 push here, a gold 4 laney phase. Positioning was decent. Pushing was okay. It's just you didn't really poke at all with your crit. You didn't really walk up. Not the best. Like here, for example. Let's see. You Q, that's nice. I like that you Q from the brush as well. Okay, here you also have the crit here. You have the crit here. You have the crit here. You should be walking up on them. You should be walking up on them. I mean, yes, he has his E, so he can just use E here. But what I would do is I would be like, hey, I have my crit. I'm gonna try to actually go into his range of the E, back off immediately so I can bait it out. And I have enough time to actually use the crit on him. Because you see, this minion wasn't gonna die in the next 2 seconds. Wasn't gonna die in the next 3 seconds. Okay, it was gonna die in the next 4 seconds. Yeah, but 4 seconds, you have 4 seconds to walk into his range, bait out his E, back off of course, immediately, and then you can use your crit on him after. So you don't need to invest this crit on the minion because this is the point on Caitlyn. You wanna look to poke them.
Are you an AD carry main struggling to make an impact in your games? Is your damage output disappointingly low, leaving you feeling frustrated and powerless in the role you love? Introducing our specialized coaching program designed to supercharge your AD carry performance. Imagine a world where your damage, decision making and farming skills are 10 times better and the outcome of your games is no longer left to chance. Meet Chase, just like you, he was once stuck in the same position, facing low damage and inconsistency in his games. Let's see what happened after his coaching experience, from Diamond 4 to Master Tier. Wow! And here is Jordan and Brett. Both transformed into formidable AD carry after the coaching session. These success stories aren't just isolated cases, they are a part of a community of over 3,243 players who benefited from the coaching program. If it worked for them, why not for you? Picture yourself as an unstoppable AD carry. It's not a dream, it's your potential with the coaching session. Don't wait any longer, visit Visite.com, book your coaching and become the AD carry the enemy team hates to play against.
So now it's like now, for example, it's gonna be very difficult to play. Let's see the Q here. Okay. Let's see the trap and the Q here. So he is, you auto attack, you dodged, you tried to trap. The trap was extremely bad here. He's like right here. You should wait then Morgana to do this, and then here you shouldn't really want Morgana binding. If you trap first here, your Q does actually true damage. So
I didn't know that. Really?
So you always trap first. Yeah, it does full damage if you put the trap. So Q first instead of trapping is bad. Also, like if you trap here first, he could have just flashed over it. Yeah. Now he chooses to actually walk into it. So instead of you trying to put the trap when Morgana has the root on him, you try to put the trap in front of him. So maybe hopefully he's gonna step on it. I mean, yeah, you're playing against bad players, so he did it, but it's not the best thing in the world. And since you got a kill here, you want to look to recall soon, so getting a clean crash would be a way to do it. That is like usually good. You should ping Morgana to actually help you push, and I hope here you're gonna recall. Okay, that's pretty bad. The fact that you're not really very like, you should just ping, push, like ping the push ping to Morgana. You're not really pinging her, so she doesn't know what to do. She's still trying to kill the Miss Farta. She should double these minions, but she doesn't know what you want to do because you're not showing her what you want to do. You push.
Okay, so I clearly need to communicate with.
You need to communicate. Yes.
Okay.
You need to communicate more. And then you go into the second.
I don't do that enough actually, or literal at all. Do I ever? Okay.
And then you just reset instantly. Okay, this is a bit unlucky. You choose the second brush, which is good. Then you recall. Okay, a bit unlucky. And then you actually choose.
And I'm having you look at this because I know that I played, number one, I'm not a great Caitlyn, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you can tell.
Yeah.
I'm learning Caitlyn.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact that my laning phase was trash during this game. So this is why I specifically picked this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think, I mean, just feels very autopilot. It just feels like, at this point in time, it feels like you're playing every champion at like silver 1 level, 5 out of 10. It's like you're not inting the games, but you're not really, okay, I'm going to carry these games. I'm going to take care of my teammates. You're like, okay, I'm going to be a decent AD carry. I'm not going to int. I'm not going to be 0-10. I'm just gonna do my job. Yeah, but you wanna get to platinum. Do you really think like doing your job? Like MF is also doing her job. you have to carry the game. So this is why you gotta practice more the champions that you're playing to be better than them. You go berserkers, which can be good if all what you want to do is push the laning phase and get good words. Can be good if there are like good huge abilities that they need to hit on you, like Blitzcrank Hook, and you have like a Yumi that doesn't do much, or a Seraphim. But in a laning phase where if Morgana hits a Q, you need to put the trap and do as much damage as possible with the Q and with the crit. Getting the attack speed here is not what you want to do. Like berserkers, okay, what are you gonna do? Instead of getting 2 auto attacks on Morgana with the trap, you get 4 auto attacks. Yeah, sure. And then every auto attack is gonna do 50 damage. It's not really a big deal. You should get 8 damage in this case. So the build is not good in this specific case. The boots are more when you wanna like place, when you just wanna play for the push and it's not much interaction slash like kill threat on either of the sides, or the kill threat of the enemies is significantly higher than the kill threat of you. Like they have Draven, Blitzcrank, and you have a Seraphim or a Yumi. Sure, I would go put these boots because I want to play safe. But in this case, it's Morgana. When you can put a trap and do so much damage, you play safe? Why? So we're not really building properly. Okay, whoa. So, bit of a red flag is that you're walking up when Swain is actually walking up as well. So you come in the lane,
Yeah.
wave is coming into you. So you're just trying to hit the minions, that's fine. This guy walks up on you, no problem. You put the trap in the brush, so far so good. You walk up on this minion and you stay max range on the last hit, you Q for this minion. As you can see, your damage is like you're doing 60 damage on the Q because of the build. And then here you actually auto attack the cannon. You do 0 damage, as you can see. 0 damage. Look, the crit is, look at your damage here.
Yeah.
This build is very bad.
The only reason I bought the Berserker is because I could afford it. There was no thought process on.
I see.
There literally wasn't. It was
Yeah.
Oh, I have 1100 gold. This is why I'm doing this, right? Because I know there's fundamental things that I'm not recognizing when I'm playing.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's really good. Because you can know like 1100 gold, double longsword boots, like normal boots, and a refillable potion. Best here, because they have some bulk as well. And boots on Caitlyn, like not tier 2 but tier 1 boots, because you need more movement speed, because you want to kite them, but you also want to have damage as you're kiting them. You don't just want to kite them with the Berserker. So normal boots is fine with double longsword, but tier 2 boots is not good. And then here, all what you have to do is to farm into the tower, not lose the minions. You try to E here. Let's see if you actually try to oak up and trap. Is like now, he's really bad. You're losing so many minions for this. And you also don't have, look at your damage. Look at the damage. Look at this. Do you auto attack back?
Yeah.
Look at that damage.
It's nothing. Yeah.
It's nothing. You hit your Q. This is the, and she didn't, not even one minion tanked the Q, so it was full damage and don't do damage at all.
It did like a quarter of a little, yeah.
Plus here, you should just focus the minions though, because Swain has his E. So if you walk up right here and he hits his E, you're gonna get chunked a lot of the minions. So here you should all focus on staying max range here and just hitting minions. Look what you're doing.
I'm trying to trade. Yeah.
Trying to trade. This is very bad.
I'm trying to punish them for being for forcing the tower.
True, but you're losing 100 gold.
Correct. And it's an incorrect decision, right?
Yeah, if you know you can punish them and like, okay, I'm gonna lose 5 minions, but I'm gonna chunk her significantly so I can either kill her or force her back. Okay, I agree. Or if you can kill her, sure. Missing 5 minions is not the end of the world. But in this case, missing 5 minions when they're full HP, so you go here, you get eat by Swain, and they have also a big minion wave, and you're not gonna win the trade, you're not gonna chunk them significantly. In this case, losing 5 minions is not good at all. Yeah.
Yeah, especially when I'm actually at a CS deficit.
Yes. As Caitlyn Morgana.
And that's part of where I was upset was I rarely get out CS'd. And I press tab a lot, and I'm literally getting out CS in this game, and so I started tilting off of just underperformance. And that's where my tilt came from, is the expectations of saying, I should be always out CSing.
No, you shouldn't.
Regardless, just
Yeah, it shouldn't. It just depends on the matchup. It depends on the matchup. This matchup, you should be. You should be. Yeah. It's just when you're not, just ask yourself, okay, what can I do better next time when I play in this matchup? And let's try to not miss minions, any minions from now and on. Like, you don't focus about the past, just focus about the present. Like, ask yourself, how can I do better now? Because if you keep yourself in the past, it's going to be very hard to, like, win.
Well, and this, yeah, that one, I'm like, what am I, I was pegging Morgana for the shield. But, I came into this game tilted, so yeah. That's why and you can clearly see with my decision making how tilted I was. I mean, I'm not even dodging correctly the way that I dodge, right? I'm just trying to force things because I'm behind, and it's just not the correct way of playing this. I should have Miss Fortune did the correct play there, right, where she killed me. She goes 1 for 1, but she's already ahead, so it's not really a loss if she died there.
Yeah, I see. And the reason why you're always ahead in farm is because you're always pushing. Like, always, all what you're doing is pushing. Yeah. And you're gonna press tab, you're gonna have 3 deaths, 4 deaths, but you're ahead in farm. But obviously, that's not good because you're dying. So the farm doesn't matter at the point where, okay, I can die 10 times. You're like the Draven mains that have like 18 kills, 20 deaths, and it's like, bro, but I did the most damage. I mean, anyone can do damage with 20 deaths. You know, okay, but that's not the point. That's the thing.
That is a perfect analysis right there. Absolutely.
So it's like if you're dying and you're having more farm because you're just perma pushing. I mean, I prefer being MF having more farm, less farm, let's say, but I have 0 deaths compared to Caitlyn that has 4 deaths and more farm.
Yeah.
So that is that. Okay. Yeah, we need to clear up some things. So I think the tilt is definitely something that we need to somehow.
And they're punishing me for it.
They're punishing, yes. So I think the tilt is a bit like you're tilting because you're expecting to like win really hard, which is not bad. It's just you're expecting to win really hard on any champion in any matchup in any situation in any. So that's the problem. If I play in bronze and I play Vayne and I'm 10 CS behind, I'm like, okay, that's good. I'm Vayne. I'm gonna scale. Like, I'm playing based on the matchup. That's what you should be doing as well. And if something that you expect is not gonna happen, ask yourself, well, I expect the lane to be won, but it wasn't. Was my, plan bad, or was it the way I executed bad? Try to ask yourself what went wrong. And really, if you're just going to play so many champions, you're also gonna perform very bad on the champions that you play. So it's kind of like a cycle for you. I feel like you're playing always new champs. Then you're gonna be tilted because you're not winning, but you're also gonna perform relatively bad. So then you're gonna change the champ. You're gonna play even worse, tilt yourself even harder. So it's compared to like playing only 2 champs. Maybe you can do the strategy on 2 champions on one account, and then on the other account you just play whatever you want. Like Philios, first time, mid lane, top lane Vayne. Maybe you can do that. And then this game is just over right now. I don't know how you... I guess the Trundle. Yeah, I see.
Literally freaking... Yeah, no, we... This game was hard loss. That's why... But they were just so focused on... So I went into this one because of her mana pool. I knew she couldn't ult me.
And do you see the same mistake that she does? Exactly like you. If I'm MF, I'm never pushing the second tower. I'm going mid. Yeah. We just play for Nash, we play for the objective. So this worked for her, but it's still a bad decision. And look at this. She's trying to get the tower. And as I said, 99.9% of the cases, no one is going to get the tower. Let's see if they're going to keep pushing the tower. I hope this MF doesn't keep pushing bot. They actually did the same mistake like you. Yes. If she pushes this wave and she goes mid, that's fine. If she keeps pushing, they do the same mistakes. The same exact mistakes. The same exact mistakes. Like you. And of course, as I said, look, the tower will not fall. You had to like miss 4 fights, 5 team fights to get this tower. And you ask yourself, is it really worth it to like miss? Even if you miss like 2 team fights, it starts to not be worth. Then you went mid, then you stayed bot. This macro of this game was better. You played from behind, so you had to stay into your tower. So this is good. The problem is that Graves is level 14 and you're level 11 because we have 7 deaths. So
Yeah.
all of the things, we need to improve the lane phase, the way you play lane phase. Whether we're talking about wave management, we talked about like when we have to poke, when we have to be more aggressive, and planning. We talked a lot about planning, itemization based on the champion and the lane you play. We talked a lot about that as well. So the homework is going to be for today. Is there anything that you would like to talk for the later stages in this one?
No, because it's this, and like I said, I wanted this one because it is a win, but it wasn't a win.
Yeah, it's the Trundle 1v9, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is I recognize, well, number one, I'm going to do what you talked about, where I lose 3 times, be done, right?
Yes, that's big. That's big.
If I win 3 times, take a break, right? Because you could clearly see I'm not focused in half of these replays.
Yes.
Right. I'm just essentially I'm writing the game as it's going, but I don't have anything that going, I need to be doing this. It's just I'm doing this.
Yes.
So
yes.
That game should have been a loss. There's no reason we should have won that game. So that's why I wanted to look at that one, right? Because how I played the beginning laning phase, how I traded incorrectly.
$5. If you have problems improving and getting better in the game faster but cannot afford booking coaching, on my Patreon you can access more than 627 VOD reviews, premium videos about how to wave management, mid-game macro, and tier lists that will show you the best champions to climb and to improve for your elo. And these are not on YouTube, this is only on Patreon, they're exclusive. Moreover, you can participate in the free coaching waiting list to get a premium VOD review. I'm giving away 2 free VOD reviews every single week. All what you need to do is simple 2-step process. Subscribe to my Patreon and share your OPGG, and voila, you are on the waiting list. You're gonna get a personalized VOD review for any game in your match history. For just $5, you get not only the free VOD review, but a whole bunch of exclusive benefits that will supercharge your gaming experience. It's a small investment for a big return. And it's just $5, it's no brainer, right? But here is the deal, you've got to act quickly. The waiting list is already filling up fast. 55 people already subscribed to the Patreon, and there are 6 people that they already are on board, they are on the waiting list. And more are joining every moment. Now, do you want to secure your spot for a free VOD review? Go ahead on my Patreon and reserve it right now.